Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you DC September 2026 solicitations. And before we get into those, I've also got some Image Comics September 2026 solicitations as well. Let's go on to that. We got Crowbound, issue 1. Interesting. Let's see. All is dark, but all is not lost. Rose isn't special. She works in the factory just like everyone else. A dark, sprawling, monolithic structure that runs along the coast and cuts the world in two. All that's left now are desolate settlements that exist in its shadow, made up of submerged villages, derelict woods, and deadly swamps. No one knows what's left of the world on the other side. But when Rose's young daughter, Ava, is violently taken away from their shantytown home a year before she is meant to join the workforce, Rose will come face to face with the surreal, harrowing forces outside the factory's walls, including a terrifying figure called the Scarecrow Queen, who has an offer: one last chance to save her daughter in exchange for her soul. Part post-apocalyptic neo-western, part southern gothic, part dark fantasy, Crowbound spins a heart-wrenching and violent story about mortality. Sorry about that. Mortality, holding on to hope in the darkest of worlds, and the bonds that make us human. 32 pages, $3.99. Cool. Spawn 77, issue 1. Let's see here. This is an interesting kind of concept. In 1977, a young artist had his first ideas for a character he would name Spawn. That man was Todd McFarlane. Now, 49 years later, Spawn is an international sensation that has spawned, pun intended, a movie, toys, games, and an animated series. It has been translated into over a dozen languages with fans across the globe. Now, in collaboration with acclaimed artist Mark Spears, Todd McFarlane brings a vision of his original idea to the Spawn universe. A completely new and exciting take on the fan favorite character. A wickedly different version of Spawn starts here. 64 pages, $6.99. Interesting there. Decidedum, Volume 1 returned. Interesting there. Creep Show, Volume 5, Issue 1 of 5. Let's see. Crimes Against Nature, Issue 1. There's like a dude in a gorilla and bananas. Alright. Exquisite Corpses, Fox Mask, Issue 1 of 5. Among killers for hire, there are a select few feared even among other assassins. The enigmatic Fox Mask Killer is at the top of that list. But now she wants the one thing she can't have. She wants out, and the only person who can offer her an opportunity to get away from her old life may be the devil herself. Discover the thrilling and tragic backstory of Exquisite Corpses' most emblematic killer, as brought to life by breakout creators Shay Grayson, Adam Gorham, Jordi Belair, and Becca Carey. 40 pages, $4.99. Carmen Blade, issue 1 of 4. Gotta keep my hand away from the back button. Aphusia, 1 of 6. Probably mispronouncing that. What did I just hit? Oh, I only just hit the picture. Alright. Tales of Wonder, issue 1 of 5. Let's see here. That Texas Blood, Hell Comes to Allison Ranch, issue 1. Oh, the Department of Truth, issue 39. Let's go on a nice long clip. Feral, issue 26. Geiger, issue 25. That's gnarly. Witchblade, issue 25. Oh, cool. All right, let's hit this. Landmark 25th issue. In the wake of the Aphrodite 9 case, Sarah Pizzini and her partner Jake could both use some R&R. But Sarah has more responsibilities than most New York detectives, and bearing the Witchblade means serving as a magnet for supernatural powers, most of which are far from nice. Get that. The landmark oversized issue 25 represents a key turning point in the Witchblade saga. 48 pages, $5.99. Sounds pretty cool there. Bad Rock issue 3. Blood and Thunder issue 17. Bug Wars, The Coming of the War Doom. The War Doom, issue 2 of 8. Capes, issue 11. Cool. Chachu, issue 2 of 5. Let's see here. Oh, Corpse Knight, issue 6 of 6. The Darkness, issue 8. Ooh, yeah. Let's see what's up with this. Tragedy, Betrayal, Helplessness. Jackie Estacado's life is spiraling out of control, and it seems like all he can do is ride that spiral down to rock bottom. The Angelus' forces are in disarray. The Brotherhood of the Darkness is scrambling. Amidst all the chaos and heartbreak, Sonatine makes Jackie one final offer. 32 pages, $3.99. Yeah. Deadly Tales of Gunslinger Spawn, issue 18. The gunslinger and a gravely injured Z are captured by Captain Lane, but a startling discovery by the gunslinger may turn the tables in their favor. Death Vigil, 2026, issue 2 of 6. That's creepy. Die Loaded, issue 9. Ooh, both of those covers are weird. It's like, what the fuck? Do a powerbomb black and white. Okay. I hit the picture again. Dork, issue 8. Escape, issue 10. Ooh, crazy there. Exquisite Corpses, Rascal Randy, issue 3 of 5. Interesting that they're getting a lot of things like that out of Exquisite Corpses. The Eye Collector, issue 4. Little kid on swing. Very high swing. Final Boss, issue 10. Ooh. In what seemed like a never-ending bout, Tommy narrowly escapes death in his face-off with the venomous Dragod, only to discover his best friend and trainer, Ravik, is missing. Tommy will help with the help of Midnight Lily set everything aside to find their mission companion. Cool. The Forge, issue 13. Got a Mission Impossible thing, trying to get through all those like fucking laser things. Okay, G.I. Joe, issue 26. Round 2. G.I. Joe and Night Force won't come back. The epic battle between the two teams takes a dangerous turn as a new Joe enters the fight. Can Baroness's secret mission stop the war? Interesting. And then G.I. Joe, a real American hero. Battle to the Depths. Deep Six must complete the deadliest recovery mission of his career, and the ruthless Cobra Eels will sink to any level to stop him. And then, of course, we got the Homophiles edition, which I think behind the scenes kind of stuff. It's like a facsimile kind of thing, I think. Oh, tie-in kind of thing kind of going on. Ghost Pepper, issue 15. That's got a crazy cover there. Gunslinger Spawn, issue 58. The regulators are hot on the trail of their prey, all while the gunslinger and Dakota are working out their plan to kill her father once and for all. Hammerfist. Whoa. Issue 2. Hornsby and Halo. That's kind of reminding me of Queen right there. That's a really cool cover. Hyde Street. Something's alive. That ain't good. Kaya issue 38. Wow, dang. That's going on for a good bit. King Spawn issue 59. Okay, that's not looking good there. I mean, the cover is good. It's just like, that's not good. The world is reeling with the knowledge that God has abandoned them, but with the return of Al Simmons, everything changes. Last Driver, issue 2. Luck of the Devils, issue 10 of 10. M1 Monster Racing League. That's kind of freaky. Issue 4. Mask, issue 4. Okay, cool. Let's see. Dusty Hayes, are you ready to save the world? When an out-of-control Venom agent sets fire to New Orleans, can Dusty Hayes and Matt Tracker stop the destruction without the loss of lives? Cool. Monsters, issue 64. Freaky, freaky. Of the Earth, issue 5 of 6. Got a lot more minis here. Ooh, Radiant Black, issue 45. Let's see here. Nathan and Marshall are finally reunited, but as the battle lines are drawn across a warring city, are the two best friends even fighting on the same side? Can they work together long enough to win a war on this many fronts, or will this team-up be over before it's begun? Interesting. Regicide, issue 2. Rook Exodus, issue 11. Damn. Spiders! Royals, issue 6 of 6. Everybody fighting on that one. The Scorched, issue 55. That's a really nice cover there. Seasons, issue 13. She-Spawn, issue 5 of 5. Let's see. Here it is, the shocking conclusion of this epic story. She-Spawn is starting to feel the immensity of the task she was charged with. If the child dies, so could the world. But what could that mean for Jessica's own daughter? Interesting. Something epic? Issue 15? Here we go. Spawn, issue 379. Old enemies return as the rumors of Spawn's return to the city spread. He may be back, but this time he is prey. Ooh. Starhenge, Book 2, A Kiss for Atticus, 3 of 4. Up a little more. Terminal issue 3? Dang, really crazy covers. Transformers issue 36. Here we go. The new Superion debuts. That's right, in the move no one could have predicted, Thundercracker takes his place among the aerial bots. They assemble just in time to... Wait, what's that sound? Could it be... Cobra la 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 la? It's like, okie dokie. Looks like they gotta deal with Cobra and shit. It's like, interesting for that to be going for that. Universal Monsters, Blood of the Wolfman, issue 4 of 4. What did I just hit? I'm stupid. I accidentally hit back. Scroll, scroll, scroll-de scroll. Transformers. Void Rivals, issue 34. Rom versus the dreaded Predacon, everyone's favorite bounty hunter. Wait a minute. Whose book is this anyway? Yep. Walking Dead Deluxe. Yumi OX, issue 2 of 4. And then we get into trade backs. So then I can catch up on Transformers and stuff. So, Spawn sounds like it's dealing with some crazy shit. Mainly in regards to King Spawn and Spawn having to deal with being pretty much prey. She-Spawn coming to an end. G.I. Joe going a little bit nutty and dealing with Cobra and everything kind of going on. And Transformers could be an interesting kind of status quo thing there. So, I'm definitely interested in looking into those. So, now let us go to DC's. Let's see here. Ooh. What do we got here? Titans. Okay. Teen Titans issue 1. When one of their own vanishes after attending a rally for Ascend, a fast-growing youth movement training kids to survive in a world shaped by superhuman conflict, Fair Play, Cheshire Cat, Proxy, and Wildcard will do whatever it takes to find their friend, including teaming up with Red Hood. Jason thinks they're soft and reckless. They don't understand how he can still kill people. Now they have to work together, whether they like it or not. That's going to be gnarly. Oof. Let's see here. Scrolling. Legion of Superheroes issue 1. Can the mysterious Brainiac 1 of 5 solve Brandy's murder? To restore hope to the universe, he must assemble a legion of gifted young rebels from across the cosmos, but they are scattered across the universe. Witness the dawn of a new future in DC Comics architect Joshua Williamson and Eisner-winning superstar artist Hayden Sherman's Legion of Superheroes. You will never look at tomorrow the same way again. Sounds kind of interesting there. We got Doom Patrol as well. Yeah, these were pretty much brought up as comic news, and it's like, alright, here we go. Issue 1, the Doom Patrol is broke. Adopting a heroes-for-hire business model to stave off financial and emotional ruin, the team finds itself responding to a simple case, a missing cat. But when this case proves to be far from simple, the world's strangest heroes find themselves pulled into a truly out-of-this-world situation. And elsewhere, beyond the view of Robot Man, Elastigirl, and Negative Man, and perhaps even beyond the view of our reality, a ghost of the team's past is preparing to cross into their world. The visionary team of Eisner Award-winning writer Dan Van Polgeest, Little Bird, and legendary artist Nico Henrichon, Spectator's Pride of Baghdad, ushers the Doom Patrol into a new age for DC Next Level. It's gotta be Lobo. Really blue and white there. It goes up to 11 billion. Yep, issue 7. The road to the last death of Lobo starts here. The day you never thought would come again has come again. Beloved by many, recognized universally as that wrestler guy, Mr. Kiss, Pagliacci, or DC's most spacefaring anti-hero, the man of Maine is about to meet his match in his mortality. Do not miss a single chapter of this multi-part magnum opus and the revelation of the unstoppable force that will totally permanently kill Fraggin' Lobo of all people. Direct request for special variants to DC Sales. Direct request for interviews with the creative team to DC Communications and Promotions. Direct complaints and outrage to my butt. Evidently. Let's see. What am I looking at here? I'm going to say Barbara Breakout. Barbara Gordon Breakout, issue 5. Another attack makes Barbara question everything she thought she knew about the murders inside Supermax, and a new political prisoner finds herself trapped in the center of the mystery. Cool. Fury of the Firestorm, issue 6. Let's see. Firestorm has the city of Pittsburgh trapped and is going to start dismantling it atom by atom. Can Firehawk finally break through the Matrix's control and reach Ronnie before it's too late? That's not good. I'm going to say Zatanna because we're doing mostly the next level kind of stuff first. Holy shit, that is a pretty cover there. God damn. Yeah, it's probably Zatanna. They show a lot of the covers, but not in the same kind of way as the other one. Issue 6. A great black dragon has arisen from the malcontent of the Hidden City citizens, bringing with it a storm of fire and ruin. Can Zatanna unite hearts and minds and vanquish the beast of calamity, or is the city of the Homo Magi doomed to a future of ash? Yes. We got Deathstroke. The Terminator issue 7. After the shocking events of the last issue, Slade's ex, Adeline, has taken on a new role. Witness her climb through the ranks of the army to become the unstoppable killer she is today. Does the DCU stand a chance once caught in her crosshairs? I'm going to say Dead Man. Yes. The Dead Man, issue 4. After last issue's truth-telling trek through the torturous terrain of Torment Town, Boston Brand must balance the scales and make his way to that other place. But this ain't the heaven you know, man. Prepare yourself for an Elysium like you've never seen 'em, as the Dead Man continues to unravel the mysteries of the Soul Eaters, while the realm of the living bears the cost, plus a brief history of Mr. M. Oh, this is interesting. I didn't know we were getting absolute Cassandra Cain, the Shadow's Hand, right here. Fuck, man. Years ago, the Joker trained with the League of Assassins, and when he learned all he could, he slaughtered everyone. But out of the wreckage of what was left came Lady Shiva and her daughter Cassandra Cain. Learn the origin of the Absolute Universe's most formidable assassin, and how her story is one that is intertwined with the world's greatest thief, Selena Kyle Catwoman. What are you? Ah, it's a one-shot. Cool. Sorry, this is done a little bit differently. I usually learn it's a one-shot at the end of the Marvel ones, where here it's the beginning. So I kind of have to learn to hit like that. Ooh, Absolute Wonder Woman. That's really cool. Issue 24. Diana has lost so much in the last month that she's not about to give up on the search for her friend, but with the Gateway City descending into chaos as the gods put their fingers on the scale, she may have no other choice. Diana's return to the surface came with with new weapons from hell, forged by Diana, Circe, and Hephaestus. Will they be enough to beat back even gods? Damn. Hephaestus in there. Okay, Absolute Superman. Let us hit here. Issue 23. Superman's hunt for Brainiac brings him up against the Toyman, who may just be the most terrifying villain the Man of Steel has faced yet, and their confrontation will leave Superman shaken in ways he never thought possible. Shit. Absolute Flash. Issue 19. Wally West is plagued by two threats terrorizing Central City. This young speedster will need to learn how to be in two places at once if he's going to save his newfound city and family. Martian Manhunter? No, Green Lantern. Okay. Absolute Green Lantern, issue 18. After Joe's showdown with Sinestro and the Black Stars, she understands the harsh reality of this intergalactic war she finds herself in the middle of. But even with more knowledge of her powers and place in the universe, is she ready for the horrors that lurk in the unseen? Let's see. All In, Absolute Batman, issue 24. Why is it called All In? Alright, I know they did the All In kind of stuff, but normally I don't see that much. In the battle of self, a Batman versus Batman, there can only be one. Everyone Bruce has ever known, ever cared about, or ever loved will face their ultimate inner demons. Damn. And get absolute Barbara Gordon's going to be interesting. I mean, we've seen her already, but we'll see how it kind of works out with her doing like, I got this. Let's see. This is Absolute Green Arrow. Scrolling. Solomon Grundy? That still has the all-in kind of thing as well. At the mercy of Hector Hammond, Black Canary and the Green Arrow Killer finally bear witness to the depraved horrors Hammond has been hiding. But when a horrible sacrifice evens the odds, will Diana have traded one threat for an even more terrifying danger? Always watch out for that. I flipped a little bit too much, but I'm okay. Batman, Bad Seeds, Gotham General, issue 1. Welcome to General Gotham City's Tier 1 Trauma Center. Power is out, fires are burning, Transpo is shot, and the calls just keep coming. There are more patients in beds, half presenting with respiratory complications, the other half suffering hallucinogenic psychotic episodes. In every other emergency department in the DCU, this would be a catastrophe. For Dr. Ava Destor and the men and women working at General, it's a Tuesday. Yeah, that would be at that point. DC Comics is pleased to introduce you to the staff of Gotham General. No capes, no costumes, and don't call them heroes. This is their job. Another kind of Gotham one. They're kind of going whole hog on Batman's kind of stuff. Batman Bad Seeds Gotham. Oh, Gotham General and Gotham Central. I thought it was fucking repeating myself. A killer is on the loose. Someone is stalking Arkham Tower's Dr. Zeller. The subways are out of control, and our anarchy just pulled a big-time heist. With Vandal Savage diverting the GCPD's resources to a single-minded war against the Bats and the Bat family, trying to stop Poison Ivy while evading the GCPD, there's almost no one left to do actual police work. Looks like Officers Gordon and Espinoza have their work cut out for them. Yeah, that's kind of what happens in Gotham. Let me see. I guess this is another Bad Seeds. I think there were 3 of them. Are we made? No. All in Batman, issue 13. Somewhere in the headquarters of the Gotham City Police Department, Vandal Savage hides a chemical weapon designed to kill Poison Ivy. But if Ivy dies, there will be no ending the bad night of Bad Seeds for Gotham City or anywhere else. No power, no comms, a heavily armed private militia tasked with bringing him down on orders of the worst person in Gotham, all holed up together within an impenetrable fortress. This sounds like a job for Batman. As we keep getting the Bad Seeds events kind of going on, it's just like really kind of weird. There's like a lot of stuff going on. And Detective Comics issue 1113. Spores, vines, and lumbering floronic monsters have invaded the Dark Knight City. Now, as chaos runs rampant in the streets Batman is sworn to protect, Batman finds that Vandal Savage and his 2Co squad may prove even more deadly than the prehistoric flora that have taken the city for its own. And Batman saved Gotham from this lethal convergence of human evil and verdant violence before it's too late. Find out in this can't-miss issue that continues directly where Batman 13 leaves off. He's also featuring a backup story showcasing the winning villain design for the Building Bat sweepstakes. That's cool there. That one. Issue 7. It was supposed to be a quick return trip before heading back to Greece, but with Batwoman now seen as a cold-blooded killer in the public eye, Commissioner Savage declaring open season on anyone who wears the bat, and Poison Ivy's Urban Renewal Initiative spouting chaos in the streets, it's going to be a long night, especially when Batman reaches out to get with a mission to get comms back between the heroes. Maybe she should have watered her plans before she left. Yeah. Batgirl issue 23. Batgirl was supposed to finally have one night off at Bao's noodle shop. When Gotham erupts into a nightmare of prehistoric plant life, suddenly she is the sole protector of an entire restaurant of Gotham citizens. With a bounty on her head and a lethal jungle crawling with monsters outside, will Batgirl survive the night, or will this night off actually kill her? Ooh. Did I see an absolute Catwoman? Maybe it's taken a time off because I'm at Catwoman issue 91 now, and usually they have the absolutes here. If I skipped over it, I apologize, but sometimes these things actually don't have all the things in them sometimes. With the city in disarray, Catwoman sets out to make the best of the situation and to do the one thing absolutely no one else would dare, break into Vandal Savage's home. Kinda have to at this point. Nightwing. Downwind. Sounds like a fart joke. I know it doesn't look like a fart joke, but 142. When Gotham is struck by a terraforming disaster, the downwind city of Bloodhaven falls victim to unanticipated side effects. After a truck full of TNT is stolen from Bloodhaven construction yard, Nightwing learns it's headed toward Gotham as a form of righteous vengeance for everything the city has done to Bloodhaven, and only he might be fast enough to stop things from getting explosive. I kind of get that. Harley on a toilet. Huh. Is that her new costume design? Because this one shows it off, and that's actually pretty nice. Huh. And then her kind of Mad Max style. I mean, that's pretty much a Gotham Knight. Harley Quinn issue 66. Good on Harley for making that. Poison Ivy. Well, that one's an interesting one there. Oh, I like that design of her there, too. don't hit the buttons. Issue 48. Alright, this looks to be a Superman one. Superman, Kingdom of Zod Special Issue 1. This is it. The startling conclusion to Kingdom of Zod. The Kryptonite Kingdom has fallen. The only way to stop the war comes with great costs and shocks. Supergirl versus Ursa. Superman versus Zod. The Superforce against Zod's army. The Super Family will never be the same after this issue. Interesting there. And that is... I was going to say a one-shot. But since it's a special, I think they didn't need to... They thought they didn't need to put that in there. That's pretty cool there. Bearded Superman. That's not pretty there with the kryptonite doing everything, man. Superman Unlimited Issue 17. Ever since Superman saved the world from the kryptonite asteroid, he's had a new power to absorb kryptonite's deadly radiation. Will this new power be enough to stop Zod's plans? But what is the cost this time? Superboy Prime, Connor Kent, and Tomorrow Man must work together to hold Zod's army, hold off Zod's army so Superman can save the world. What do we got here? Superman issue 42. Superman, Supergirl, and Lois Lane gather all the members of the Superforce for a Hail Mary plan to restore order to the Kryptonite Kingdom. But Zod and Ursa stand in their way. But not the Zod you might expect. What do you mean? Sun Zod? Supergirl issue 17. After the shocking events of last month's crossover, Ursa and Supergirl in a time-traveling battle to Krypton's past. They have beef with each other, but they must be careful not to get lost in time, or, accidentally rewrite time again. When you have time travel involved, it's going to fucking happen. No matter what. Deal with the consequences at that kind of point. The rest of the Superforce are either locked up in the Kryptonite Kingdom, injured, or fighting a losing battle to stop the spread of Zod's deadly K-Zone. That's actually pretty cool there. Let me see. Are we at Action Comics? Action Comics 1102. Young Clark Kent is trapped in Krypton's past, forced to witness a world he never knew for the first time. His only hope of getting home is to break Supergirl out of Zod's prison. But the present day is not safe either. Can Steel find a cure for the spread of the K-Zone before all of Earth is covered in kryptonite? Hope so. Wonder Woman. Okay. I didn't fuck up. That's a good one there. Oh, that's an interesting one, too. Oh. Nice variants there. Wonder Woman, issue 37. Steve Trevor and his daughter Trinity arrive in the present after a heartbreaking defeat at the hands of Matriarch 20 years in the future. Now they must find Wonder Woman and convince her of the threat a seemingly innocent child will pose in the years to come. Will the truth prevail? Don't miss the exciting first chapter of The Wonder War Act 2. Oh. What is this and what is this? Very nice. Wonder Woman 2026 Annual Wonder War The Matriarch Special Issue 1. I assume that's a one-shot too. After the shocking events of Wonder Woman Issue 34, the Matriarch must crawl her way through hell and back to the land of the living to stop Steve Trevor and Trinity from changing the past. The only thing that stands in her way is a river filled with the souls of heroes and villains alike that perished by her hand. Retribution is coming for the Matriarch. Will she survive it, or is she doomed to fate? Interesting. Okay. Batman and Lex, what the hell's going on here? Well, she looks about as confused as I am. It's like, what? Justice League Unlimited issue 23. When the Justice League are forced to incarcerate their... I almost said incinerate. Incarcerate their own. Something has gone horribly wrong with the best of intentions. The villain amnesty epic concludes with a bang, a whimper, and a surprise reveal of who will lead the team into the future. Let me guess, it's going to be Lex Luthor. JSA issue 23. After the JSA disbanded in the 1950s, the heroes retired in order to maintain their secret identities, but that doesn't mean there still weren't people in need. Witness a secret JSA mission set in the 1960s. That sounds cool. Ooh. Green Lantern? Green Lantern issue 39. Between extraterrestrial plastic surgeons, trolls, and hideous murder monster big belly burger mascots. What the fuck? Has Kyle Rayner finally found love with JSA JLU hero Jade? And will he have to give it all up to save Hal somewhere beyond the outer sectors? Talk about a city of broken dreams. That sounds insane. Green Lantern Corps, issue 20. In the aftermath of multiple conflicts, the Lanterns take advantage of some much-needed downtime. John and Katma go to Earth. Joe Million picks a fight with space bandits. Makes sense. And Jessica Cruz micromanages the remaining lanterns on Oa as a mounting superpower gains a foothold on the galaxy. I'm going to say Wally. I'm going to say the Flash. Yeah, that's the Flash. The Flash issue 37. Wally West is now the savior of 3 cities, depending on how you count: Central, Keystone, and Metropolis. And for once, it's going great. In fact, it's going better than great because Wally's flashes of insight are now letting him see further into the future so he can stop accidents and crimes well before they happen, including a simultaneous attack on 3 bridges in 3 cities. But there are some forces that really don't like what Wally's up to, and they intend to stop him whether Wally likes it or not. Go on, you North. I'm going to say that's Aquaman. Because you see him, but they're like, what the hell? Emperor Aquaman issue 21, an epic clash of good versus evil in the ultimate battle in the Seven Seas in Tidal War Part 1. When Ocean Master Black Manta, the Crimson Queen, and more forged an alliance to destroy their shared archenemy, they had no idea that the destruction of Aquaman would also signal the vacated throne of the new Empire of the Blue. But now a massive tidal wave offers the opening salvo to a conflict that will span all the kingdoms of the heavens themselves. Do not miss the start of this new Aquaman adventure. Sounds like they fucked up, and now they're about to find out. What are we looking at here? We are looking at Titans. New Titans issue 39. When the Amazons of the Esquicida come calling for their Wonder Girl's aid, Yara Flor and her teammates set course for the forests of Brazil and the hidden city of Acahim, where they find a land ravaged by fires and raging spirits. But who is responsible? The Titans are here to help, but the Amazons aren't quite so eager to accept help from outsiders. Interesting. That looks like Raven. DC's Koth the Raven Whatever, issue 1. That is a one-shot, 80 pages, $9.99. Welcome, foolish mortals. Not far from the shores of Gotham City, when the night grows long, the leaves turn red, and a certain crisp chill comes into the air on a twilight lit by the full moon, the lives of heroes and anti-heroes, from Raven to Swamp Thing, Constantine, Zatanna, Deadman, and more, turn toward the strange and unusual, the occult and delightful, and the odd and the audacious. For those looking to give themselves a good warm dose of the shivers, this anthology of scary stories to tell in the dark is the perfect assortment of fairy tales for the troubled times and troubled souls alike. Pick up a copy wherever needful things and comic books are sold. We think you'll find it the perfect companion to your handy book for the recently deceased. Interesting. What am I looking at here? Batman and Robin Year 1, Dynamic Duos, Issue 2. Clayface. Celebrity Jerk, Issue 3. Oh, that looks nuts. Okay, that's got to be Rosenthal. Okay, what's going on here? Batman Superman World's Finest issue 55. A new story arc begins and leads our heroes into the crosshairs of the League of Assassins and their leader, Ra's al Ghul. Will Talia stand between her father's goal and her beloved Dark Knight? I think Bizarro. Yeah. Bizarro Year None issue 3. Oh yeah, this one. Crossover with Weird Al Yankovic. Batman Superman Weird Al World's Weirdest issue 1. This is... Let's see how this goes. The fifth dimension is being hit with an affliction that turns everything dull and ordinary, but Mr. Maziplik? I never know how to say that. Mr. M reaches out to Superman and Batman for help. The same plague has hit Earth. There's only one person to call, Weird Al. Get ready for a wild one-shot where the one and only Weird Al Yankovic joins the world's finest team. Interesting one-shot there. Adventures of Superman, Book of L, issue 12. Okay, this is pretty cool with the Sonic crossover. I mean, that's a very nice cover there. Metal Legion issue 5. We've got a Superman one here. It is Superman the Stranger, issue 1. Step into the golden age and witness the first adventures of Superman. During the day, Clark Kent does what he can to make ends meet in the bustling city of Metropolis. When the sun goes down, he leaps into action to keep the city streets safe. As Superman, Clark fights for a better tomorrow, but he feels like he's not affecting change. The rich keep getting richer and the poor struggle to survive. Can Superman truly save the downtrodden? The next Superman epic brought to you by by superstar creator Wes Craig. Cool. Bleeding Hearts. Brutal Dark. The Nice House by the Sea. Bleeding Hearts again. End of Life, 100 Bullets. Black Tower, The Raven Conspiracy? Okay, that's something different. Dark Knights of Steel 2, Issue 3. Supergirl Survive, Issue 4. Superman Father of Tomorrow, Issue 5. And then we are to trades and other bits. So, Image sounds pretty cool with what we've had. DC's got a lot of stuff. They are really bumping out and busting out more stuff with the Absolute, with even putting more kind of one-shots into effect, which is kind of cool. But Superman sounds kind of crazy with everything that's been going on with Zod, and they've really spread that out across a couple of books, which is fine, but it sounds also like a lot of work. Flash sounds interesting that he's like doing 3 cities at once. And then what they're actually branching out a little bit with Wonder Woman as well, with doing some one-shots. It sounds pretty crazy. Absolute Line sounds like they really are doing a good job with that, and that they've got interesting stories and different kind of takes of what's going on. So we'll see what kind of happens with those. I'm intrigued, so we'll see what happens. So those are my opinions on the solicitations. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked them, if you didn't like them, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.